You've been scammed from day one. When you first started believing people like Luke Belmar and their lies describing the come up. From the almost $900 course scam and lying about his dropshipping income, there's more than what meets to the eye, and Luke Belmar is a perfect example as why you should never believe everything you see on the internet. Since the start of my channel, I made it my goal to show the reality of making money online, as well as exposing people that sell you a dream along with a price tag. It's not as easy as people make it seem to be, but it's also very far from what Luke Belmar has to offer in his social media courses plastered over the internet. His story goes that he made a lot of his money in COVID from his dropshipping site, then he invested in some crypto, and now he owns Capital Club, an online network for people to learn how to quote unquote really make money. So let's have a check over his fabricated story. Luke claims that he's a migrant from a small town in Argentina, which has a population around 19,000 people. After failing every year of education, he decided to drop out at 17. He had a goal, and it was to be rich. People call him delusional because of his own self-belief, but he was determined to make his dreams work. With $200 in his suitcase, he took a flight to New York and he never looked back. After years of grinding and working hard, he made millions through his e-com store, which was selling home products. And then he used that money to invest in crypto and managed to take advantage of a big pump. Everyone loves an underdog story, but this one is far from the truth. So let's begin with his first scams that poke holes through his golden timeline. First, it's important to speak about image. Luke has been very successful in making people believe that he has come from nothing into something, and that he's the magic man and he has all the sauce you need to become rich. Of course, behind a paywall of $888. However, before we get into the quality of this said course, we need to talk about how he's even convincing people to buy this thing. You see, since the success of Andrew Tate's course, The Real World, other self-proclaimed financial gurus have tried to take advantage of the same method. However, what you people fail to realize is the fact you are the product. These guys are getting rich from you, which only boosts their fake image so they have more money to flaunt on more people. The course that you pay for has information that you can find on the tip of your fingers. All you need to do is search on YouTube, have a look on Google, and you'll find exactly what you need. And Luke's Capital Club is no different. It includes modules, which is basically Luke sitting down, he turns the camera on, and he talks about branding and marketing. $888. People that have already burnt their money have quite a strong opinion about it on Reddit. A lot of these financial gurus don't tell you that the finance niche on YouTube is one of the most highest paying niches on the platform. It's simple, they make a fake image in order to seem like they're legit. They then get monetized on YouTube for doing it, and then per a million views, they're making anywhere between $10,000 and $50,000. That's 10 to 50 times the average YouTube CPM. It starts by renting studios, cars, watches, and then they've used every bit of penny on advertising until they actually build up enough credibility and money to buy their own. But in Luke's case, to reel you in more and convince you to spend this huge amount of money, he introduces the free ticket. You may be thinking, surely this is no scam if he's willing to give free insight to his course. You'd be wrong yet again, as this free ticket is just you people blindlessly allowing him to save you on an email list for him to market products to you. It's a scam. If you could ever take one piece of advice from me, from someone that's actually made a decent amount of money online, all I could tell you is please, never spend money on these courses. You will always be able to find the information you're looking for on YouTube, a literal free education platform. That's how I started, and I bet you that's how they did. Even in a dream world where this course actually had valuable information, it wouldn't hold much weight because Luke's not exactly the most credible person. Even down to the details of his name is a lie. You see, his brother Nathan had a failed acting career. However, it's no surprise that Nathan's second name is not Belmar, and neither is Luke's. His real name is Luke Feast. See, one day when he was walking down the streets of Berlin, a terrorist attack happened. An article was made which was including his face and his real name, Luke Feast. He was furious as his real name was leaked and his image was about to take a huge hit. It wasn't long after that Luke tried to pay the person who made the article to take it down, in which obviously the writer refused. He then threatened her in order for it to get taken down, and to this day that article cannot be found. I'm not too sure why he would go to that extent in order to cover up his real name, or better yet, why he needed to lie about his real name in the first place. But let's keep it real, is something like that even that big of a deal? Maybe not, but this is just scratching the surface of Luke's continuous lies. According to him, he grew up in a poor family and he dropped out of college because it wasn't for him. The classic dropout story that everybody dreams of. But what if I told you that this was a complete lie? Luke did drop out of college, but he went to 2 of them, one of which his grandfather was the head executive of and was on $56,000 a year in 1982. That's not exactly poor. I mean, $56,000 in 1982 is $182,000 today. The school was called World of Life Institute. One of Luke's uncles actually worked at the college as well. So, as I previously said, the $200 suitcase story. Luke and his brother came to the US alone and then met with their family of 10 as soon as they touched down in Florida. And these photos were taken after he flew to New York, so that doesn't add up. That's not exactly alone then, is it? Keep in mind, Luke has publicly said that he was homeless and sleeping in his car at one point. There's a whole family tree that I could go through in this video, but for the sake of respect and not having a lawsuit thrown at me, I'll let you guys to watch other people's videos and find that out. If you really want to make money online, and you're trying to be an important figure in life, it's important to take notes from people that have actually succeeded, not someone that pretends they have to and then make money. You don't need to watch 3 hours of somebody's podcast telling you things that you already know. It's about taking action. Speaking of podcasts, I wanted to touch up on something that Luke said in an episode of Baez's Nonchalant series. I want you to keep in mind that most of Luke's viewers and Baez's are underage and are inspired by both of them due to their success. Luke said on the podcast that everybody should try psychedelic mushrooms, and when asked why everyone should try them, Luke said, just try them.
Guys, mushrooms are crazy.
Would you recommend them
Yes,
to
bro.
me?
Yes.
To TJ?
Me?
Yes, bro.
He's 18. No, bro, that's crazy.
Is legal?
That's
Is he of
reckless.
age? Can you?
That's reckless.
Why?
Isn't that like dangerous?
That's mind altering.
Recommending that to like millions of people online, especially like
Brother, I got a
15-year-olds?
clip that went viral that had 1 million likes that said everybody should do mushrooms. Everybody should do mushrooms. Everybody should do mushrooms.
But then when Baeza tells him that there's loads of kids watching, Luke denies even saying it, even though he just said not even 5 minutes before that you should try them.
Now, would I recommend it for the entire world? No. But I would recommend it to you guys.
You just said everybody should.
I'll make videos where that'll go viral.
Okay.
But where I'm saying take mushrooms, I'm not telling to 1 million people, bro. When I did a podcast recently. I was talking to this girl. I said, take mushrooms. That clip went viral. I was talking to her. This clip will go viral. Guys, take some mushrooms. It'll be good for your mental reset.
Aren't you kind of worried about the impact you're having? Because some people might see that video.
It's great impact. It's great impact.
Why do you think they're so good?
Try them.
I'm scared, bro.
I would say that's probably not the smartest play I've seen. Mind-altering drugs are something that should never be promoted to any demographic. And to give the benefit of the doubt, he probably wasn't thinking that there was a large child audience. Maybe he was on mushrooms at the time. Regardless, it shouldn't be promoted and it was a stupid thing to say. This, of course, was not the only time Lucas said this. If you're putting in hard hours and you're trying to make some money, please do not listen to this advice, because taking mind-altering drugs can be so detrimental to your success. And just because Luke had a good experience with them doesn't mean that you will. In fact, the main reason I don't take these kind of substances is because I'm blessed with the mind I have. You don't need to listen to what he's saying if your brain's already wired correctly. It can lead you down a bad path, and it can even make you think different to what you thought before. Back in 2021, Luke founded an NFT project called Divine Anarchy. Along with it, he created an anonymous Twitter account. This in itself seemed to have no genuine intention of being a scam, but this project did fail because he hired a really bad programmer. There was a major fault in the project and caused people being charged gas fees after the minting fees were over. This caused a total loss of $2 million, wiping all the money from the community straight into thin air. Like I said, it wasn't an intentional scam, but it definitely is not a good look. It might come as a surprise to you that Luke has responded to all of this on Twitter. Lucky for you, this video has timestamps, so if you don't care watching me read a Twitter thread, you can just skip to the next segment. Name: the last name Belmar belongs to my father. Uriah and Thies are my last name because of my grandparents. Grandpa Uriah left when my dad was 8, so he never used his name. Belmar is our family name. Old Twitter from a decade ago at Luke Belmar shows I used to have the name since forever. He continues on by saying, my first 2 years were funded by scholarships and jobs. I used student loans for the rest. I eventually left due to high cost and did some online classes while working full time before dropping out. As we've already discussed, he went to 2 colleges. There's no denying that he dropped out, but he went to 2. Next, onto the claim that I was born into a rich family. This is far from true. My grandma had a bakery and my other grandparents did non-profit work and built schools in Brazil with donations. My family, though incredible, was not wealthy or rich. And no, they did not own a college. This is what made me laugh. Non-profit work for schools in Brazil is a bit of a stretch. People in the comments were conscious enough to actually understand that this is a lie. To truly be successful in this day and age, you already have the tools you need to educate yourself. There's more than enough videos on YouTube to learn about how to make a good income stream. And you do not need to pay money for other people to tell you these things. The hard truth is, it takes years of hard work, learning and failure. To take advantage of real opportunities and learn the steps to a thriving success, be sure to subscribe. Thank me later.